Hey everyone, Jim Wang here with another Bargaineering.com videocast. My wife and I recently came back from a wonderful vacation to Europe, and one of the places that we stayed at was Cinque Terre in Italy. Now, it's a series of 5 towns that are connected by a train and a series of trails. And we stayed at Vernazza, which is what we thought was the best of the 5 towns. Don't tell anybody else. Shh, it's a secret. But we stayed at the Albergo Barbara, which is a little bed and breakfast. And one of the nights we hung out with the owners. It's a couple, very sweet people, very nice. And as we were sitting there on the plaza, just kind of staring out on the water and just chatting, and my wife was having her prosecco with Campari, and I had a Peroni. And we're thinking, at least I was thinking in my mind, that this goes all the way back to this joke that I once read, and it was about an American banker and a Mexican fisherman. And the American banker's on vacation, and he sees this a Mexican fisherman come up with his catch for the day. This is sometime in the morning, and he says, "Oh wow, you caught a lot of fish. How long did that take you?" The fisherman says, "Oh, a couple hours." The banker says, "That's great. What are you gonna do the rest of the day?" So the fisherman says, "I'm gonna sell it. Then I'm gonna go home, have some lunch, take a nap, hang out with my kids at night. Maybe have a couple drinks with my friends while I play the guitar on the plaza or something like that." And the banker says, "Oh, I can help you out. We can use all the newest technology to try to figure out how you can catch more fish, and you could buy a bigger boat and start hiring people, and then you could work like 10, 20 years, and then you could retire with a ton of money." The fisherman says, "Wow, that sounds great, but what would I do once I retire?" And the banker says, "Oh, I guess you could retire back to a little fishing village and catch a couple hours in the morning and sell them at the market, and then hang out with your friends and family in the afternoon and take a nap, and well, pretty much do whatever you want." And the funny part about that joke is that why kill yourself for 10 or 20 years so that you can retire and do something that you could have been doing the entire time? And it brings back the old adage of, do you live to work or do you work to live? And sitting on the plaza and thinking about that joke, and just we were on vacation, so it's kind of a bit of your little existential moments here and there when you have the time because you're not working. You realize that in many parts of the world, you work to live. You don't live to work. In the United States, we work the most out of any worker in the world, in terms of hours. And I think it's to our benefit, because the United States, no matter what you say, is the greatest or one of the greatest countries in the world, and that's because we work hard. We're not happy sitting on our laurels and letting things just fly by. But from time to time, you have to think about, why is it that we push so hard? It's always dangerous to generalize, but I know I was like this. You're working hard, you're killing yourself, you're trying to get a promotion, you're trying to get that raise, because ultimately, whether it's the fulfillment of your ambitions or the money, either way, it boils all the way back down to money. Like, do you want to be the CEO because you like being, I don't know, crapped on in the media whenever something goes bad that you have very little control over? No. You want it for the paycheck. That's why they get paid a ton of money, because they want people to aspire to be at that level. But ultimately, it goes back to the money. And the point is, the money isn't why you're doing it. Even though you may think it is, it's the ability to provide for yourself and your family, and the ability to get freedom, either when you get home at night or in 10, 20, 30, 40 years when you do retire. And I just think that it's important sometimes to take a step back and wonder, do you really want to be living solely to work for all those years? I'm not making a judgment on which is better or worse, because I know at times I'm pretty much living just to work. And I think that's okay from time to time. But if you do it straight for 20, 30 years, when you do retire, you may look around, and after neglecting friends and family for all those years, or stepping on people to climb up the ladder, that you may have a ton of money and then really not much to do with it. And the people in Vernazza, the ones that having a very relaxed life, the work to live a little bit. You know, it's a little touristy, but not a ton like a lot of the larger any European town. They're very happy. They're very relaxed, and I would argue they probably live longer too. Even though they don't make a ton of cash, they're still happy, and ultimately I think happy is the important thing. So again, I'm not making a judgment on which is better, but from time to time, when you're in one, you should probably look to see if you know you're doing the right thing, and if nothing else, just the thinking of it is invaluable. So if this is something that you've thought about or not, I'd love to hear your thoughts about this, and have a great day. Thanks.